welcome to high school basketball action on 97.5 FM WBBA Pittsfield, Illinois, and WBBA Sports on YouTube from the 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Boys Basketball Tournament for just one broadcast tonight in the winners bracket quarterfinals as the Western Wildcats take on the Routt Catholic Rockets. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Hull. John's alongside tonight as well. It's the Cards Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show on the sports source of West Central Illinois, 97.5 FM and WBBA Radio.com. There's been some changes to the schedule of this 96th Annual Winchester Tournament due to some weather issues, and we'll tell you more about that and also preview the matchup between the Wildcats and the Rockets on the Cards Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show right after this 2-minute timeout.
Frustrated by hidden wireless fees? Get a total plan with U.S. Cellular. Unlimited data, no hidden fees. Plus, switch now for up to $650 back. Give hidden fees the boot with U.S. Cellular.
Retail installment contract, postpaid plan, phone turn-in, and DP Plus required. Customer reimbursed for ETF or remaining device balance. Taxes and charges such as RCRF and USF apply. Unlimited speed reduced to 2 gigs after 22 gigabytes. Additional restrictions apply. See store for details.
Visit Carnes Communications, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent on East Washington Street in Pittsfield, for the best deals and service on a network that works in the middle of anywhere.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Beard Implement Company, located on US 54, just west of Pittsfield.
Liberty Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
As we get older and wiser, we understand more completely that few choices in life are black and white. And one of the most difficult choices can be deciding when it's time for a family member to move into assisted living. Hi, this is Angela Lee from Liberty Village of Pittsfield, and that's why among our many choices here, we offer the Hawthorne Inn. Our Hawthorne Inn is perfect for those who just need a little assistance in their daily lives. It offers personalized care from a highly trained staff 24 hours a day. And while the suites and amenities are elegant, our Hawthorne Inn is affordable. So if you're worried about a family member living on their own, consider the Hawthorne Inn at Liberty Village of Pittsfield. To schedule a tour for your loved one or for more information, visit www.libertyvillageofpittsfield.com or call 217-285-5200.
Liberty Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
Welcome back on the Cards Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show. John, you know, bad weather in the Winchester tournament go together like lamb and tuna fish. And we have had it happen again this year with some bad weather has affected the schedule. And that means that this contest between Western and Routt will be the only game played tonight. Brown County and Porter will play tomorrow now. And that game will be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, followed by a 5:30 matchup between West Central and Griggsville Perry, 7 o'clock Pleasant Hill and Greenfield Northwestern, and then the 8:30 game will still be as scheduled, Payson Seymour and Camp Point Central. So an early start time for that Brown County and Porter AC game. We'll have it for you here on 97.5 FM and WBBA Sports on YouTube, where we invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you can get notified when we go live from the sporting event nearest you on WBBA Sports, now on YouTube. So far in this tournament, we started back on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and the Western Wildcats upset number 1 West Central 65-53. That proved to be the only upset of the tournament so far. Routt beat Griggsville Perry 70-39. Brown County was a winner over Pleasant Hill 54-39, a game that they actually trailed by 3 points going into the final quarter. Porta beat Greenfield Northwestern 57-45. Payson was a winner over Calhoun 66-49. Camp Point Central squeaked by Liberty 39-35. It was Triopia beating Carrollton 59-50. And North Green was a 46-33 winner over Rushville Industry. Again, games coming up tonight, Western and Routt, and then tomorrow, 4 games coming your way starting at 4 o'clock. Brown County and Porta, West Central and Griggsville Perry, Pleasant Hill and Greenfield Northwestern, and Payson Seymour will take on Camp Point Central. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling in Mount Sterling. They will install Trane and Mitsubishi equipment, and they service all geothermal, furnace, air conditioning, heat pump, and ductless mini-split systems. Call the Comfort Man, 217-773-2626, or visit them on the web at www.comfortman.com. If Western's going to win this contest tonight, they'll have to pull their second upset in a row. It's a rematch of these two teams when they played earlier this season. We'll tell you how that matchup went and talk more about how we feel this one will go on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show on the other side of this 2-minute break.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job?
How come nobody's asked me my idea of financial security? It sounds simple, but my company's never asked me.
How come my financial planner doesn't know anything about insurance?
How come no one explains financial security so that I can understand it?
Country Financial does. Most people don't know there is a company that can help prepare you for tomorrow and protect you for today. At Country Financial, we use our wide variety of tools, from auto and life insurance to retirement and education funding, to create a tangible plan that helps you achieve your idea of financial security.
How come I think this will all take care of itself?
That's one thing that won't happen. So, how come you haven't talked with a Country Financial representative yet? Just call on Country and start planning today. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Contact Country Financial Agent Mick Wabel or Mike Span.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. Call Janice Richard for details.
Does your business rely on a strong internet connection? How about a reliable phone system to help connect you with your customers? Well, if you answered yes to these important questions, then you need to call Cascom today. We not only offer both of these great options, but we are reliable, customizable, and offer great affordable service. At Cascom, we focus on helping you build a strong business connection with your customers. Call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Contest as the Western Wildcats take on the Routt Catholic Rockets, a rematch of a game that they played earlier this season at the Pittsfield tournament, where Routt was a winner 65-52 over the Wildcats. It was a game that was tied at 17 after the first quarter, a 4-point game at the end of the second and third quarters before Routt pulled away in the final quarter of play. Brooks Moore had a big night in that one, 18 points, and Drew Winters with 14. Easton Billings had 21 and Dalton Malone 15 for the squad from Western, which is pretty normal for them. But for this Wildcat squad, John, they'd really like to give up 50 points or less most nights.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true, because most nights for them, scoring more than 50 is not a difficulty. So if they give up fewer than 50, they're pretty much going to win.
For this Routt squad, it's kind of been an up and down season for Will Whalen's team, and I think they have enough talent to compete for the championship in this tournament. And then some nights, John, you look at them and you say, well, they're going to have trouble making it into the 5th and 6th place bracket. So, I mean, it depends on what Routt team you get that night.
Yeah, very true. They've been, as you said, kind of an up and down team. They live by the 3 an awful lot, and that tends to be true of an up and down team too, and that may be part of it.
Made a lot of threes against Grigsville Perry. Now, I think Western will do a little more to pressure the guards on the perimeter than the Tornadoes were able to do against Routt. And I think this Western team's playing with a lot of confidence, but a big win over West Central for them, but that win really loses some meaning if you come out and don't play your best in this one. So Coach Curtis South, is going to have his team ready to play tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to come out and basically be where, your crowning achievement of your tournament was beating the #1 seed, and then you lost the next 2. You now have the route that the #1 seed was going to try to take to get to the championship, which should technically by ratings be the easiest route. So off you go from there.
It's the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show. We're about 10 minutes away from the Star Spangled Banner. The starting lineups and the play-by-play of this contest between Western and Routt. Gleininger alongside on 97.5 FM and WBBA Sports on YouTube. Pretty decent crowd on hand. We expect it to grow as the game ticks a little clear. The roads were nice and clear this evening, so glad that folks have ventured out tonight to take in this contest. It's the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show located next to Subway in Pittsfield. Carnes Communications, Mike Linson and staff, they are the local experts when it comes to your U.S. Cellular phone needs. They can tell you all about the plans. You need data, they have data. You need unlimited texting, they've got it. You need a new phone, You need an iPhone, they've got it for you. Whatever you want, Android, iPhone, if you need a couple of phones for your family, let them help you out with family plans. Lots of great packages and deals going on right now from U.S. Cellular and Carnes Communications in Pittsfield. Stop by and see them or call 285-5400. We'll pause for this timeout. Routt and Western coming up for you on the Sports Source. Back with more after this.
In agriculture, you need to work with a company that understands your business. At Compeer Financial, we work in agriculture every day. We are the leading provider of financial solutions, offering products and services specific to farmers. Our loans and leases have flexible terms, including long-term fixed interest rates designed to fit your operation. Looking to buy land, increase your storage, or need an operating line of credit? Give us a call or stop by our office at 54th and State in Quincy. At Compeer Financial, we champion the hopes and dreams of rural America.
If you've had an accident with your vehicle, you know it's not cool. But getting your vehicle repaired can be way cool when you take it to Way Cool Auto Body at 826 North Jackson in Pittsfield. The Way Cool guys will get your vehicle repaired and back on the road. You'll drive away saying, that was way cool. Way Cool Auto Body. Call them for all of your auto body repair needs at 285-1231. That's 285-1231, or stop by 826 North Jackson in Pittsfield.
Do you have headaches? Do you suffer from back or neck pain? If so, I'm here to help. Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Lanham. My offices are located directly across from the Dairy Ripple at 200 South Madison. To reach me, our office number is 285-6300. That's 285-6300. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. My offices are located directly across from the Dairy Ripple at 200 South Madison, where we can have you pain-free in no time.
When it comes to achieving big yields, success is in the genetics. And at LG Seeds, it's not just the genetics of our seed corn. It's the genetics of who we are. From our dealers out in the field to our scientists back in the lab. At LG Seeds, we are focused on the total success of our customers.
Find out how it works for your farm. Call Gene Myers at 653-4193 or Eric Lakin at 473-6068. RC, your soil total success.
Welcome back on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show. Western and Routt in this contest. The winner moves on to the semifinal. The loser plays on Friday night at 5:30 in the 5th and 6th place bracket. And John, after the first day of this tournament, I think we saw that the teams who were favored to win other than that first one we talked about won. I don't know that West Central is going to have too terribly tough of a road now on the consolation side of the bracket, but they'll have to come out ready to play. There's a lot of teams there looking to get their 4 games in as well. But on this winner's side of the bracket, you're looking at several teams, I think, who could still compete for the championship. I was impressed with the way Trilopia played in their contest. Payson Seymour looked very good. Porter and Brown County, I think that'll be a fantastic matchup. And I think this one will be a really good one as well.
Yeah, I think these two teams, the teams in what was supposed to be the next game, which will still be the next game just tomorrow at 4, and then as you said, Trilopia, they all have the ability to do it. I think each of them has kind of got to figure out what they need to do better. You know, Triopia's got to not turn the ball over as much as they did, because against a better team, they probably lose that game with as many turnovers as they had, as I'm pretty certain they were over 20 for the night. And guard play is really supposed to be a key to their team, and a lot of their turnovers were not really necessarily forced turnovers either. So, you know, each of these teams, as you talked about, you know, Western's got to come out and play and not have the highlight of their tournament be beating the #1 seed. You know, Routt's got to come out and figure out a way where, you know, maybe they don't shoot well from 3 tonight, and they got to figure out another way to make it happen.
Western's 7-6 on the season. I just feel like this is a lot better team than their record shows at this point.
Yeah, Charlie, I think they've got a lot of talent on this team. They've got quite a bit of experience on the team too, although it's just, you know, they've kind of got a pretty good mix of honestly young and old, kind of the kind of team that you want to have. They don't have tremendous height, but they're not small either. I mean, they're definitely a team that's kind of been up and down. I felt like Curtis Stout maybe let them play a little more the other day than he had when we saw them earlier in the year, and I think that's maybe been kind of key to letting them kind of find their way a little more.
I really thought one of their biggest improvements was the play of Preston Wellman, and he really took good care of the basketball. And when West Central pressed them the other day, when Wellman had the ball in his hands, they just didn't turn it over.
He's a very strong ball handler. He has the ability to score the ball. He's been a kid who obviously in junior high, he was the big kid, so it was a little easier to score the ball than it is now. But yeah, he's really a very strong ball handler, and he's been pretty good at keeping the ball. And as you said, really the entire night or the entire day against West Central, didn't really have a lot of trouble breaking the press when Wellman had the ball.
Brooks Moore had a big night the last time these two teams played, and he had some trouble on Saturday making some of those shots around the basket. He's going to have to be more on his game tonight, because that is one area Routt really has a big advantage, is in the 6'4" more.
Yeah, because Western doesn't really have anyone to match up with them. I mean, their biggest
Easton
guy
Billings is
Easton
6'3",
Billings.
and he may or may not even draw that assignment defensively.
Well, because a lot of the time, he's really more a guard. I mean, truly, he plays a lot more out on the perimeter than he does down underneath, and he's not really a guy who, can really guard a guy that wants to play back to the basket and shove you in.
The thing about both of these teams, though, is you have to respect, especially in their starting lineups, and this isn't true for every team. This isn't even true for every team that has decent success. They put 5 guys on the court that can score.
That's definitely true, and 5 guys on the court at all times that can score, because they've had pretty good success from their bench here and there from both these teams also. It's
the Carnes Communication USA on the pregame show. Let's pause for a timeout here from some of the sponsors who are helping to make tonight's broadcast possible from the 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Tournament. Back with you after this.
It's never too late to plan, and Eagle One Investments can help. My name is Chris Little, and I can answer questions you may have about investing your money. Through Securities America Incorporated, Eagle One Investments offers a diversified and comprehensive list of quality products and services. So call me, Chris Little, at 285-1800 for a free consultation.
Securities offered through Securities America Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Christopher Little, registered representative. Advisory services offered through Securities America Advisors. Eagle One Investments and Securities America are unaffiliated.
Jill Cook, physical therapist and newest member of the Advanced Physical Therapy Pittsfield team.
I'm excited to join Lorraine in offering my skill set to the Pittsfield area. I'm happy to work with the area's providers to help bring you the best physical therapy and healthcare possible. We work for and with our patients to get them back to the game of life.
Advanced Physical Therapy, a partner of Illini Hospital located at 128 West Washington. Advance is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is their mission and their passion to help you advance.
Now is the time to buy new windows for your home. Beautiful Temp-Go windows and doors are available through Pike County Lumber Company in Pittsfield. Whether you need double-hung, bay windows, or patio doors, we have them all, plus more. Temp-Go custom manufactures each quality window to fit your home. So call Pike County Lumber Company at 285-6115 to place your order today. That's Pike County Lumber Company on West Washington and Pittsfield, 285-6115.
Welcome back on the Carnes Communication USA on the pregame show. About 3/4 of a gym full here tonight for this contest between Routt and Western. The winner will play on Thursday night at 8:30 against the winner of Brown County and Florida AC. The loser again plays Friday night at 5:30. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by LG Seeds, leading genetics. That's LG Seeds. Find out how it can work for your farm. Call Dean Otwell, 248-0599, or Eric Lakin, 473-6068, or reach out to Wayne Brown, sales manager. LG Seeds, our seed, your soil, total success. Well, we'll have the national anthem here, and as they play the anthem here at the Winchester Grade School Gymnasium, we'll pause for this timeout. When we come back, starting lineups, play-by-play. It's Western and Routt from the Winchester Invitational Tournament. Back with you after this.
Central State Bank has all the latest technology as well as old-fashioned and neighborly service. Do your banking either way you wish. Our interest in our customers is long-term, compounded annually, and appreciated daily. You're not just a name or number to us, you're a part of our family. We care about you and your family, and if we can help you and yours to fulfill your dreams and goals, we will. We are friends doing business with friends. Keep Central State Bank central to your banking needs. Visit us in Quincy, Clayton, Pleasant Hill, or Kinderhook. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Pikeland Motors offers you 2 locations to better serve you. Find a great selection of quality used vehicles at 804 West Washington. Or for new car sales and service, visit Pittsfield Square. Pikeland Motors has a full-service body shop, ASC-certified mechanics that can work on all makes and models. They offer 24-hour towing, free estimates, and a free loaner car while your vehicle's in the shop. When it comes to your next vehicle purchase, buying local keeps your tax dollars right here at home. Pikeland Motors, your local Buick GMC dealer. Call 285-2196 on the web at pikelandmotors.com.
This is Ed Logan of Logan Agri-Service. We think we're the best retailer for seed, chemicals, fertilizer, and petroleum products, but sometimes we have to ask for another opinion. My grandson, Fletcher Davis, is with me today, and we'll ask him. Fletcher, who is the best ag retailer around?
You are, Grampy.
Now, there's the answer from a totally unbiased source, Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, Grampy.
Do you ever think about your banker? Probably not, because everyone is busy these days. Wouldn't it be nice to know that your banker is thinking about you? Rest assured, the First National Bank of Barry is always thinking of our customers and how we can better serve them. This is Tony Smith. Please feel free to stop by my office at 525 West Washington Street or call me at 217-922-0244. Today, tomorrow, together.
The First National Bank of Barry, your hometown bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Lineups for this contest brought to you in part by Aaron Milliken, your local Whitetail Properties real estate land specialist. If you're thinking of buying or selling a piece of land, call Aaron Milliken to help you. 217-440-0353 or online at whitetailproperties.com to learn how Aaron Milliken can make your dreams a reality. The visiting team, the Routt Catholic Rockets, Will Whalen, their head coach, assisted by Tom Hill and Rich Smith. 10-6 on the season. Their lineup looks like this. At a guard, a 6-foot junior, Dylan Marshall. At another guard, the 6-foot senior, Hunter Chumley. And the third guard is the 6'1 junior, Drew Winters. At a forward, a 6'1" senior, Ryan Beckman. At the other forward, the 6'4" senior, Brooks Moore. Moore, Beckman, Winters, Chumley, and Marshall for the Routt Catholic Rockets. For the Western Wildcats, 7-6 under head coach Curtis Stout. Their lineup tonight looks like this. At a guard, a 6-foot senior, Jacob Gertz. At another guard spot is the 6'3 senior, Easton Billings. And at the third guard is the 5'9 sophomore, Preston Wellman. At a forward, a 6'1 sophomore, Kyle Colgrove. And at the other forward is the 6-foot senior, Dalton Malone. Malone, Colgrove, Wellman, Billings, and Gertz for the Western Wildcats. Starting lineups also brought to you in part by Plum Creek Golf Course and Clubhouse just off of Interstate 72 in Winchester. They have a special right now for brand new members, a single person, $375, and a junior membership for 8 to 17-year-olds for $200. Play all you want at beautiful Plum Creek. Contact Sean Williams, 217-742-9018. Western will be in the home white uniforms with the red numbers and gray trim, and Routt is in the visiting purple uniforms with the white numbers and black trim. Glad you're alongside. If you didn't make the trek out tonight to the 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Tournament, remind you to get those Winchester Tournament raffle tickets. They have lots of great prizes for that raffle again this year.
I believe it's on the back, Charlie.
Yeah, that it is. 60-inch smart TV, an Acer laptop, St. Louis Cardinal tickets, an Xbox One, KitchenAid mixer, St. Louis Cardinal Matt Carpenter autographed photo, they have a barbecue for $20, a gas grill, and a $100 gift certificate.
I'll recommend the barbecue for $20.
It is delicious. Billings in the center circle for Western. Routt has Winters, and the tip is up and controlled by the Wildcats. Left side with it is Gertz. Pulls up for a baseline jump shot. It's an air ball. Weak side rebound down, though, to Dalton Malone on his first board of the evening. They work it around out top the Gertz. Gertz will try to move inside. Leaves it left side. Colgrove from 15 won't fall. And the board secured by Moore for Routt. Hands it off to Marshall. 7:37 to play in the first quarter, and Routt on the attack for the first time tonight. Marshall takes it against the man-to-man defense of Western. Out top now to Winters. Left side, Moore. Moore will dish it in the corner to Marshall. Brings it back out onto the wing now. being patient. They look down low to Moore. Moore fakes, puts it up, and gets it to go. Brooks Moore with his first two, and a 2-0 advantage for Routt on the Way Cool Collision scoreboard. 7:10 to play first quarter. Gertz has the ball out front. He'll leave it off at the top of the key to Colgrove. Between the legs, the dribble, back to Gertz, puts it on the deck one time, hands to Wellman. Now Billings out top. Billings will try the dribble drive to Colgrove on a pull-up. It's off the mark on an air ball. Rebound goes out of bounds. It will be Routt ball, length of the court to go. Really, the first two shots on the first trip down the court were a lot better in the offense than that one. This didn't go. That one, I think Colgrove tried to force just a bit. Chumley's got the basketball across the half-court line. They'll swing it around left side to Winters for a 3 too hard. And Billings grabs the board for the Wildcats. They want to push into the front court in the hands of Preston Wellman. Left side, Colgrove to Billings. Fakes now, drives. Pull-up shot from 6 is no good. Rebound tipped in, run down by Marshall, his first board. He'll take it the other way for Routt. 6:25 to play first quarter. To Chumley. Fakes the 3, now steps inside the arc. Shot too hard. Rebound down to Wellman, his first. He'll take it the other way on the trot. Works it left side and turns it over as it's stolen away by Beckman. Stepped in front of the pass. 6:10 to play first quarter. 2-0 Routt, and the Rockets on the attack. Beckman from Winters. Right side, Chumley for a tray. Rattles in and out, won't fall. Rebound pulled down by Gertz. Gertz will give it to Wellman, and he'll slow the pace down here. 2 minutes into this contest, and a 2-0 advantage for the Routt Catholic Rockets. Down low, Wellman gets the ball, dishes out to Colgrove. He turns down the shot this time. Instead, the passes go around the perimeter to Gertz on the right wing. Fake, dribble drive inside, shot up no good, but a foul called from the trailing official. And 2 shots coming up here for Jacob Gertz. A foul whistled against Dylan Marshall. It's his first, team first, and Gertz to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Gertz shooting 2, his team. The Western Wildcats trail the Routt Catholic Rockets 2-0, 5:45 to go in the first quarter of play. Gertz shooting 2. Trying to put his team on the board for the first time. First one up, a little bit short, no good.
Midstate Insurance Agency serving the area with 3 locations, Pittsburgh, Griggsville, and Jacksonville. Call them for all of your insurance needs, 217-285-1300.
Gertz's second is up and good, makes it 2-1, and cuts that 2-point lead in half.
2-1 the score, 5:43 to play in the first quarter on the Way Cool Collision scoreboard. Into the front court, Marshall with the basketball for the Routt Rockets. He looks over on the left wing. That's to Chumley. Out of a double team, top of the key, Winters. Puts it on the deck as he catches. Now he'll dish it right side to Marshall. Good look, 3 ball on the way. Good. Dylan Marshall from downtown. He's got 3. And the lead is a 4-point advantage. 5-1, 5:17 to play in the first. On the Way Cool scoreboard. There. Yeah, it was almost stolen away out front. Now they'll work it inside to Colgrove. He dishes out to Gertz, who's just not shooting with much confidence right now. Now he throws a pass up for grabs in the lane, and it's stolen away by Moore. Turnover number 2 by the Wildcats. Chumley the other way. 5 minutes to play first quarter. Routt a 5-1 advantage, and the basketball in their possession. Gertz extends the defense out now onto Marshall. Now he switches with Colgrove defensively. Right side to Winters. Down low, Beckman. They lobbed it over the defender. Shot no good. Rebound Moore. Put back won't fall. And this time the rebound pulled down by Malone, his second of the night. He'll take it the other way. Had trouble with the dribble and is called for double dribbling. Turnover the third by Western. 4:39 left first quarter. Western not able to get anything going offensively so far. 3 turnovers, and they are 0
for
4 from the floor. Really 3 of those were pretty good looks. Marshall with the ball in his hands as he takes it across the center circle. Bounces left side to Winters. Pull up 3, no good. Rebound down to Billings, his second. Pretty quick shot in the offense that time for Routt. Wellman pushes into the front court to Billings. Fakes now 1 dribble. To Colgrove, a quick pass to Malone. He knifes inside. Runner up off the glass is in and out, no good. Billings had the board for a moment. Now it's fought for. He does secure the offensive board. Trying to get out of a double team to Gertz. Left side, Colgrove from the elbow. It's too long. And the rebound to Drew Winters for Routt, his first. Into the front court. Lost the ball on the way. Turnover on the Rockets there first. Gertz wants to push the other way. Right side, Malone, 15-footer from the baseline, won't fall. And on the rebound, Gertz is over the back.
That'll be Gertz' first, team first. And ball out of bounds, length the court to go for Routt. 5-1 the score. Routt with that 4-point lead for 3:51 to go.
And Marshall will methodically bring the ball toward the front court. Winters, left wing, he's not been able to find his shot. Down to Beckman, who double dribbled. And a turnover on the Rockets. They're second in as many trips down the court. Neither team much rhythm here so far. 3:43 left in the first. 5-1 the lead for Routt.
Routt seems to be getting in a little bit of a hurry on the offense, Charlie.
Billings with the ball, looks back door to Malone, had trouble with the catch, gathers, shoots, and scores. First 2 points of the night for Dalton Malone makes it a 5-3 ball game at the 3:23 mark of this first quarter. On a backdoor pass, he had a little trouble with. Routt thought he got away with traveling that time. I'm not sure he ever possessed it to really travel. Working on the block
thinking the same thing.
to Beckman. Now Winters left side as the Rockets have the basketball. Off the screen from Beckman, finds him rolling. Going to reach around and find Brooks Moore wide open underneath. He's got 4, and the lead is back to 4. Not good rotation by the Wildcats that time. Wellman into the front court finds Colgrove. He'll try a pull-up shot, and he finds the mark. He's got his first 2. He's had some good looks. Finally got 1 to go. Cuts it down to a 2-point game. 2:47 to play in the first. Winters holds it high above his head, left wing in the front court, as Routt having no trouble getting the ball in the front court, mostly because Western really not putting much pressure on them here. Hands to Chumley. Chumley is being closely guarded, now picks up the dribble. Down low to Beckman, who's wide open underneath, and they're just not communicating underneath the hoop, are the Wildcats. 9-5 the score, the lead for Routt again. 2:22 left in the first. Wellman going to try a baseline shot, and that shot for Wellman is where he's really going to get some good looks. His first 2 of the night. And that shot's been open a lot for Western here in the early going. So Rout's defense may have to shift some things up a little bit.
Kind of a mid-range jumper there.
2:04 to play in the first quarter. Of course, if you're going one side or the other, Routt says we'll take layups in exchange for mid-range jumpers all day long.
True.
Beckman, skip pass right side, Marshall. Looks down low, nothing going to Winters, top of the key. 1:50 to play in the first, 9-7 advantage for Routt, and they're on the offense here. To Chumley left side near the sideline. He'll dribble back out top in the corner to Winters. Another open 3, this one too long again, and the rebound down to Wellman, his second board of the contest. A chance to tie or take the lead for the Wildcats. Malone left wing to Colgrove in the corner. Down low, Wellman all alone, and we're tied at 9. Wellman's got 4, and a 9-9 tie comes at the 1:25 mark of the first quarter on the Waycool Collision Center scoreboard. 285-1231 for Waycool. 9-all here. Just over a minute to play in the first. Beckman has picked it up out front. Dishes right side to Winters. He's not been able to hit anything so far. Most of his threes have just been a little long. To Chumley out top. Going to try to break him down on the dribble. Left side, Marshall wide open 3. Rims in and out, no good. Malone has his third board. Off to Wellman, and a chance for Western to take their first lead. Left it off to Malone. Had to go back for the ball. Now to Gertz. Hands it to Colgrove. 50 seconds to play in the first quarter. Off to Wellman. Fakes the shot. Now to Malone. He'll knife inside. Off the glass and in for 2 more. Dalton Malone's got 4. The lead changed the first of the contest. A 2-point advantage, I should say. 11-9 for Western on a 6-0 run here. 33 seconds to play in the first. Can Routt respond to end the quarter? It's been a quick first quarter. Just one foul call both ways. Chumley going to fire a 3. Good. He has the answer, and the second lead change puts Routt on top, 12-11. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Rout's had some good looks from 3. The first one, though, Chumley's attempted on the night, and he found the bottom of the net. Billings, who's not been able to get free so far. Right side, Wellman to Billings on a little pick and roll. Fakes, gathers, shoots, and scores. Billings with 2. Lead change number 3. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Marshall with the ball. He'll pull up just inside the half-court line, and it is good. Knocked it down from 2 foot into the front court as Marshall's got 6. And after a quarter, it's Routt 15, Western 13. Back with second quarter play-by-play in 1 minute.
As a mom or dad, your life is busy enough. You've got kids to get ready, get them to school, go to work, pick them up from school, take them to dance, basketball, the movies, the list goes on and on. What you don't have time for? Being sick. That's where Illini Express comes in. We offer walk-in medical care with short wait times at times that work into your busy life. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on the south side of the Pittsfield Square. Illini Express will get you in, examined by one of our great providers, and then on your way to good health. Illini Express for those people who just don't have time to be sick.
When it comes to field trial results, have you ever thought,
so what? That's not my field.
That's why we're introducing MyField Applied Research from FS, the new on-farm research and analysis tool offering ongoing insights for your farm. Going far beyond field trials, our team will come to your farm and conduct applied research on new products and practices, so you can get the highest profit per acre. Ask your FS crop specialist about MyField Applied Research and discover
what's next for my field.
After a quarter of play, Routt leads Western 15-13. Rockets are 6 of 14 from the floor, 42.8%, 3 of 8 from 3, including that just under half-court shot by Marshall at the buzzer. Western 6 of 13 from the floor, 46%. Chumley going to get a good look from 3 to start the second quarter, no good. Rebound down to Billings. That's his 4th board already.
And on the missed three-pointers, Rout's been one and done every time.
Skip pass into the front court comes to Billings to Colgrove from the baseline. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Routt. It'll stay with Western underneath.
I think that was tipped out by Beckman there, Charlie.
It was. He and Billings both going hard after the ball. Beckman had the hands on it last. Inbounds pass as Eric Hively's checked in for Western. Comes in to Wellman. He'll turn around, put it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Winters, his second for Routt. Routt has Winters, Moore, Marshall, Chumley, and Beckman, the same 5 they've gone with so far. For the squad from Western, Malone, Wellman, Colgrove, Billings, and the 5th man is Hively. So just one sub out of the starting lineup there as Gertz has taken a chair. Right side in the corner, Marshall with the basketball. 7:09 to play in the half, 15-13, Routt with the lead. Marshall left side, another chance from 3. This one's short. And they will
it's going to get stuck.
Jump, and it'll be Western ball. Into the contest, Lucas May for the Rockets, and he will replace Winters, who's had a tough night shooting it so far.
That ball got stuck in the edge of the rim, between the edge of the rim and the basket, so jump ball.
Marshall with that long shot. He just needed to scoot back a little farther that time, huh? Here is Billings with the basketball out front, goes to Malone across the top of the key, looks to the bench for the play call from his coach, Curtis Stout. 6:45 to play in the half, 15-13 the advantage for Routt, and Western has the basketball. Hively, the freshman, with it, works it in the corner left side to Malone, fakes the 3 now, drives, he'll try the pull-up, blocked by Moore. Rebound pulled down by Chumley for Routt, his first board. Takes it into the front court with a behind-the-back dribble, spins at the free throw line, off to Beckman. Beckman back out to Chumley. Transition game wasn't in the cards that time, so Routt will run a little half-court offense. 6:20 to play in the half. They're on top by 2, have led by as many as 4. May with the basketball, the new man in for the Rockets. Bounces on the baseline to Moore. He's going to attack the rack. He knows he's got a good size advantage. He's got 6, and the lead is back out to 4. 17-13 Rockets. 6:02 to play in the half. Wellman gets the ball inside. Got away with steps. Leaves it down to Colgrove. Those two have played a lot of ball together. Now the ball tied up by Marshall, and that will be a turnover on Western, their 4th of the game, as the possession arrow favors Routt. Gertz going to check back in for Western. He will sit Wellman to the bench here.
Western still yet to attempt a three-pointer on the night. Rout's attempted 10.
Wowzers. 5:53 to play in the half. 17-13 Routt with the lead, shooting for their largest advantage of the contest. Marshall works it out top to May. May left side, Chumley on the baseline down to Beckman. Back out top, May. They're trying to run the shooters off of the three-point line, but it's opening up some pretty good looks down low so far for Routt. Marshall with the basketball, throws a skip pass left side to May, who's not much of a threat from three-point land. Here's the ball kicked. It will go out of bounds to the Rockets. Your local McDonald's on Washington Street in Pittsfield has breakfast all day, plus specialty drinks and a full menu. You're loving it at your hometown McDonald's of Pittsfield.
Yeah, I'd take May shooting threes most of the time if I'm Western.
5:25 to play in the half. 17-13 advantage for Routt. They're the 8 seed, a slight favorite in this one when it comes to seeding, as Western is the number 9 seeded team. Pulled the upset in the first round, beating number 1 West Central. Here's Chumley with the basketball. A little pick and roll game. He and Beckman gets off of his feet. Does Chumley to Beckman, up and under, shot no good. Rebound to Colgrove, his first of the contest. He'll get it to the guard, Hively. Right side, Gertz holds it high above his head. Moore comes out and pressures him to Hively. Left wing, Colgrove had to kind of retreat to go get the ball. Gertz, couple of bounces and a pass left side to Malone. Poked away from behind, stolen away. Turnover number 5. Beckman trying to dribble into the front court. He throws it away. As the turnover, they're going to say it was tipped by Western. And the Western players not disagreeing, so it appears that may be the truth. Colgrove set down. Wellman back in for Western. 4:45 to play in the half.
Beckman lucky it was tipped as he needed to find a guard.
Inbounds pass comes into Moore. Fakes, puts it on the deck. The 6'4" man with the spin and the score. He's got 8, and the lead is 6 for Routt. Their largest of the contest, 19-13, 4:35 to play in the half. And Western is really not much answer for Moore. You may have to see them switch into a more of an aggressive zone. Here's Gertz. Good luck, 3 ball on the way, won't fall. Rebound down to Chumley for the Routt Catholic Rockets, his third of the contest. Gertz just, really his shooting stroke, not very good right now. For whatever reason.
Not terribly confident either.
Doesn't appear that way anyway.
Yeah.
4:08 to play in the half. 19-13 Routt looking to extend the advantage here. Marshall down to Beckman on the block. Out top, Chumley had to gather. Now he fires a three. Good from downtown. Hunter Chumley has 6, and the lead is 9.
I have to think Western maybe would get a timeout here, Charlie.
Curtis Stout, a guy that doesn't get real excited about anything, though. Left side, Hively with the basketball in the corner to Wellman. He's trying to avoid a double team. Now he throws out of it all the way out front to Malone on a nice catch. 3:40 to play in the half. Wildcats down 9. Right side, Hively in the corner, Billings. They've got to get him some shots. He hasn't put the ball up very much tonight at all. Just once on a layup on a backdoor. Wellman with it on the bounce, has picked it up. Right side, Malone in the corner to Billings.
On a tough pass he had to gather.
Yep, 3:22 to play in the half. Here's Wellman from the baseline, no good. Rebound skied high that time by Beckman on his first. He'll pick it up, hand it off to Chumley. Chumley on the bounce into the front court. Tries the dribble drive, pulls it back out front to Marshall. A 9-point lead for Routt and the basketball. 3:07 to play in the half on the Way Cool scoreboard. Marshall forces it in to May. Out top, Chumley. Deep three ball on the way and good. His third triple of the night. And a timeout here by Western. We'll pause as well. 2:57 to play in the half. 25-13. Rockets on top. Back with you in 30 seconds.
Out with the old, even though it's new at Heaton Chevrolet Artie Cat right now. Kathy Osment, sales lady extraordinaire, Peter Heaton, the old guy, are ready to get the best deals on remaining 2017s for you. The push is to move the 2017s out, and to do this, Chevrolet has employee pricing again on select models like Tahoes and Silverados. The second program is 20% off select cars like Malibus and Cruises. All at Heaton Chevrolet Artie Cat, minutes away from high prices in Pittsfield. Call 217-285-2189.
2:57 to play in the half. 25-13 is the advantage for Routt. And the Rockets, John, are getting their three-point shooters some good looks in this one.
Yeah, they are 5 of 12 from there, and I'd take that most nights, Charlie.
And Hunter Chumley is hot from downtown. He's got 9. Marshall's got a couple of those himself.
He's hit a couple of wide open ones as he's been left alone. And
Western has to be lucky that, has to be lucky Winters isn't hitting too, because this could really be a huge deficit. Down by 12 as is. Wellman throws the pass in the paint, stolen away by the aforementioned Drew Winters. 6th turnover on Western, and then the foul will be called here. I think it'll be, well, it looks like it's going to be Wellman with the foul call. His first, just the second team foul, just the third foul called tonight. 2:37 to play in the second quarter. There must be some football game the referees want to watch a little later tonight, huh? Into the front court, Marshall with the basketball. Will that be on the big screen later here? To Chumley, right side.
You got to have rights to do things like that, Charlie.
Who's the AD here? You think you could get him hooked up with something like that. Winters with it. He'll try the drive in. Out to Chumley. He's wide open again for 3. It's no good. Rebound on the offensive side to Marshall. Attacks the rack with the right hand is good. Marshall's got 8, and the lead grows to 14. 27-13. 2:04 to play in the second. Gertz, left side, Colgrove works it out top to Billings. In the corner, Wellman tries the drive. Now he reverses it back out, still on the bounce. To Marshall, or to Malone, I should say. 1:50 to play in the half. The first time these two teams played, it was highly contested until the fourth quarter. This one, Routt has a big lead here in the first. In fact, they've not given up any points to Western in the second quarter. 1:39 to play in the second. Malone to Wellman. Trying to poke it away from behind was Marshall, and he'll be called for the reach. That'll be his second team foul. So Marshall may head to the bench, or will he stay in the game here?
Yeah, Burks Moore coming back into the game as Marshall sit down.
So you gain a little size there and lose a little quickness and an outside shot in Marshall. 1:34 to play in the half, 27-13 Routt with the advantage. Wellman and the Western Wildcats with the ball. Gertz, baseline Malone, tried to make the move. Shut down there, though, by Winters, who is quick and very strong. Not big, but quick and strong. Here's Winters. Malone.
He's not small, he's just not big.
Pulls it back out front, 1:15 to play in the half. Gets it back on a pass from Gertz. Turnaround shot, tough one, won't go. Rebound tip, then comes into the hands of Moore, his third. Off to May, who wants to slow it down for Routt. 1:04 to play in the second quarter. A 14-point lead in the basketball and a timeout by the Rockets. We'll take it too. Routt up 14 with just over a minute to play in the half. Back with you in 30 seconds.
The Postgame Show brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Stop by your favorite retailer on the way home from the game, work, or school for an ice-cold Pepsi product. Can athletes refuel with a bottle of Gatorade? Is it in you? You know the score on the Scoreboard Postgame Show on WBBA and on your school scoreboard because Refreshment Services Pepsi has teamed with most area schools to provide them. Refreshment Services Pepsi, offering you great choices at your local retailer and the sponsor of the Postgame Show.
.102 to play in the second quarter, 27-13 Routt on top of Western. Illini Express Walk-In Clinic reminds you not to let the flu season get you down. Illini Express open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday on the southwest corner of the Pittsfield Square. Routt, after the timeout, will have the basketball and a 14-point lead, looking to add to that with 1 minute to play in the second quarter. Marshall with the ball, nobody coming out to guard him, and so he'll be patient with it. Don't have to worry about free throws to be shot here unless it's on a shooting foul because just 4 total fouls called in the game. Dylan Marshall's back out there, and he's got half of the fouls in the whole game against him right now. Chumley with it, hands it off to Winters with 35 seconds to play in the half. Routt appears to be content to hold for a final shot here.
Up 14, I think I'd be okay with it.
Marshall with it, looks for an opening. He will bounce it off to Chumley at the 23-second mark. They've taken
up 14 and not allowed
seconds.
any points in the quarter to your
That's
opponent.
right. They're going to shut Western out in the quarter unless Western gets a steal here. Marshall with it with 12, 11, now 10. Gets it to Chumley left side, fakes the 3 with 9. Puts it on the floor, tries the dribble, gets free. Works it down to Beckman, up under, no good. Rebound fought for, out of bounds, last touched by Beckman. So it will be Western basketball, 2.6 seconds to play in the half. Inbounds comes into Wellman, a couple of dribbles. He will heave it from half court at the buzzer, no good. And we've reached halftime where the Routt Rockets lead the Western Wildcats 27-13. Halftime stats and more on the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show in 2 minutes.
People are still making the switch to local banks. And what about you? If you still depend on an oversized corporate bank to care about you and your needs, it's time to learn the community bank difference. Let Farmers National Bank of Grigsville tell you what it's like to have friends and neighbors taking care of your money. Find us on the web at www.fnbgrigsville.com or contact us at 217-833-2329. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chassie Anderson with the Pike County Sheriff's Department.
And I'm Officer Jennifer Thompson with the Pittsfield City Police.
Together, we serve all of Pike County schools representing the DARE program.
The DARE program allows law enforcement, in a cooperative effort, to not only get to know the kids in our community,
but to teach them the dangers of all drugs
and the importance of understanding the consequences of destructive decisions.
Since the early 1990s, drug overdoses have been steadily increasing in America.
Most recently, this statistic is fueled by the surge in heroin use across the country.
It's hard to really grasp the lives lost to addictions, such as drug abuse or the generations that will never be.
All because someone took a substance they shouldn't or mixed 2 drugs that can't be mixed.
Be mindful of the decisions your teenager is making.
Talk to them.
Be educated.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
This message is brought to you by the Pike County DARE program.
Together, we can keep our kids safe.
Now is the time to buy new windows for your home. Beautiful Temp-Go windows and doors are available through Pike County Lumber Company in Pittsfield. Whether you need double-hung, bay windows, or patio doors, we have them all, plus more. Temp-Go custom manufactures each quality window to fit your home. So call Pike County Lumber Company at 285-6115 to place your order today. That's Pike County Lumber Company on West Washington and Pittsfield, 285-6115.
People are still making the switch to local banks. And what about you? If you still depend on an oversized corporate bank to care about you and your needs, it's time to learn the community bank difference.
Welcome back on the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show. We're at halftime. It is a 27-13 lead for Routt over Western. It was 15-13 Routt after a quarter, so they actually outscored Western 12-0 in the second quarter to take this 14-point lead. That's their largest lead of the contest. Western did lead by 2 points a couple of times. There were 4 lead changes all in the first quarter. Rout's largest lead, as we told you, is at 14. We had 1 tie, and that was at 9 points apiece. Turnovers in the ball game. Western was 6 turnovers, 2 for Routt, none in the second quarter for the Rockets. Really no foul trouble for anybody. Dylan Marshall has the only 2 fouls called against Routt, and for Western, 2 team fouls, 1 on Gertz and 1 on Preston Wellman. Halftime stats brought to you in part by Service Master Cleaning and Restoration, your experts on fire, water, and mold remediation. They specialize in carpet, upholstery, tile grout, and duct cleaning. Restore your peace of mind. Service Master at 877-339-0333 or online at yellowrestored.com. We'll have more halftime stats and analysis on the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show, 27-13, an advantage for Routt over Western. Back with you after this.
Frustrated by hidden wireless fees? Get a total plan with U.S. Cellular. Unlimited data, no hidden fees. Plus, switch now for up to $650 back. Give hidden fees the boot with U.S. Cellular.
Retail installment contract, postpaid plan, phone term net, and DP Plus require customer reimbursed for ETF or remaining device balance. Taxes and charges such as RCRF and USF apply. Unlimited speed reduced to 2 gigs after 22 gigabytes. Additional restrictions apply. See store for details.
Visit Carnes Communications, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent on East Washington Street in Pittsfield, for the best deals and service on a network that works in the middle of anywhere.
Liberty Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
As we get older and wiser, we understand more completely that few choices in life are black and white. And one of the most difficult choices can be deciding when it's time for a family member to move into assisted living. Hi, this is Angela Lee from Liberty Village of Pittsfield, and that's why among our many choices here, we offer the Hawthorne Inn. Our Hawthorne Inn is perfect for those who just need a little assistance in their daily lives. It offers personalized care from a highly trained staff 24 hours a day. And while the suites and amenities are elegant, our Hawthorne Inn is affordable. So if you're worried about a family member living on their own, consider the Hawthorne Inn at Liberty Village of Pittsfield. To schedule a tour for your loved one or for more information, visit www.libertyvillageofpittsfield.com or call 217-285-5200.
Liberty Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Beard Implement Company, located on US 54, just west of Pittsfield.
27-13, the lead for Routt on top of Western here at the halftime break. Routt in the first half shot 11 of 24 from the floor, 45.8%. 5 of 13 from 3, 38%, and did not attempt a free throw. They were led in scoring by Hunter Chumley, 9 points, 8 for Dylan Marshall. Brooks Moore had 8, and 2 points for Ryan Beckman to round out the scoring for the squad from Routt. For Western, they were 6 of 19, 31.5%, 0 of 1 from 3, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Led in scoring by Preston Wellman, 4 points, along with Dalton Malone with 4. 2 apiece for Billings and Callgrove, and a single point for Jacob Gertz, as the Wildcats were shut out in the second quarter. Halftime stats and analysis brought to you in part by Lanham Chiropractic and Dr. Chris Lanham, inviting you to call him to feel better, 285-6300. It's time to get back to your best with Lanham Chiropractic and Dr. Chris Lanham. John, I think for this Western squad, you got to start small. When you don't score in the second quarter, you got to, first of all, you want to get points on the board in the third, but
got to make your first basket before you can make your eighth, right?
It's pretty befuddling to me, and you have to give some credit to Routt, but Western has Easton Billings, who's by far their, in my mind, by far their best player. Nothing against anybody else, but
definitely
Billings,
their best scorer.
Yeah, Billings is one of the best players in the area, and he has taken 1 shot in this game, and that was there's not very good communication defensively, inside or outside, because a lot of those threes had Winters knocked down. I mean, he had 3 wide open shots that he just didn't hit. And Winters knocked a couple of those down, John. We may be looking at a game that could have a running clock.
True, and I mean, Beckman had 1 shot that I can think of on the far end, Charlie, where he was wide open. He got too far underneath and missed it, and then knocked it out of bounds, and that ended up being an empty, basically, an empty possession for them, or they'd have at least a couple more.
We'll see if Routt can maintain this or if Western can make a comeback after this 1-minute timeout on the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job?
How come nobody's asked me my idea of financial security?
Yet, just call on Country and start planning today. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Contact Country Financial Agent Mick Wable or Mike Spann.
Pike County Lumber
It's
Company
the
halftime
place
show.
there's no place else
27-13
like
the lead for
home.
Routt here at the halftime break over Western. Pike County Lumber Company located on the west edge of Pittsfield for all of your building supply needs. John's getting ready to have a roof put on his house, and his shingles are going to come from Pike County Lumber Company. They've got roofing material, doors, windows, siding. They can do it all for you. If you're looking for some landscaping timbers, you need some hardware for your interior doors, whatever
I'll
it may
talk
be,
really
John.
nice about them if they'll give me, like about a 10 or 15% discount. Too.
Hey, you never know. Call the Grody boys. They are known for making really, really good deals at Pike County Lumber Company. 285-6115 is their number. Or you can give them a call, or stop by and see them, I should say. You can give them a call at 285-6115. That seems like a no-brainer. Or you can stop by and see them, and their staff will be happy.
You can give them a call, or give them a call, or just give them a call, right?
Think about calling them as well. Hey, our broadcast tonight is brought to you in part by Way Cool Collision. They are our scoreboard sponsor. You'll find them on Jackson Street in Pittsfield. They are the collision repair experts. John just had a collision with his folding chair, 285-1231. John, if you need to have that, they can probably help you there as well.
They probably could. It's got some problems.
It'll be Western with the basketball to start the second half. They've got Tristan Rube out there now, along with Wellman, Gertz, Billings, and Malone. So no Colgrove right now. Here's a pass to the baseline to Gertz. Down on the block to Billings. Works it back out to Gertz. Didn't look for a shot that time. Rube is in the contest. The 5'11 junior. Down low to Wellman. He scores the first 2 points since the first quarter. He's got 6 and makes it 27-15.
Billings was fighting hard for position, and when he finally got the ball, it was a little later than it needed to be, and Routt was able to double him. But
Routt has Marshall along with Winters, Beckman, Chumley, and Moore. Moore with the basketball, drives in against Billings. Turnaround shot is good. Tough shot, gets it to go. He's got 10. Lead back out to 14. Into the front court, Wellman brings the basketball to Malone. Left side, Gertz. Baseline, Rube with the ball. Works it back out to Gertz. Looking on the block, nothing open. Skips it off on the right side to Wellman. To Rube in the corner to Malone. Going to try a three, too hard. Rebound down to Marshall for Routt, who's second. He'll take it into the front court on the pass to Winters. Drives inside, dishes down low to Beckman. Fakes and is fouled on the floor by one of the Western Wildcats here. 6:42 to play in the third. And that foul is called on
Gertz.
Jacob Gertz, his second, team first of the half. Out underneath here for Routt. Ball comes into Beckman left side. Fakes and drives, works it out to Winters. Spot on three, no good. Rebound down to Beckman on the offensive glass, and then he will be fouled. Beckman has his first offensive board of the contest and the second foul in as many trips down the court for Western.
That'll be Tristan Rube's first. No?
It looked like
wow.
Wellman, his
okay,
second.
They called it on Wellman.
So he's got 2 as well. 2 team fouls in the half. 6:30 to play in the third. 29-15 advantage for Western. Winters gets the ball out of his hands, goes to Chumley. Again, Winters has not been able to hit anything here tonight. Had some good looks to Chumley. Floater up in the lane, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rube, his first. Rube will dish it off to Malone, pushes into the front court, works it back out to Rube. Rube is going to be fouled.
I believe that'll be on Beckman. We'll wait and see. I'm wrong, Charlie. I don't know what I'm seeing.
Is it Marshall?
Bruce Marshall is what they called. That's his third. He's got all 3 fouls for Routt on the night.
Routt called for 3 fouls, all 3 on Marshall. 6:10 to play in the third. 29-15, the advantage for Routt. Billings with the ball for the Western Wildcats in the corner to Wellman. Drives baseline. Good bounce pass down to Billings, who puts it up off the glass and in for 2. Billings has 4. Nice ball movement by Western. 5:55 to play in the third, down by a dozen. They need to string some stops together if they're going to come back in this one. Here's Marshall. Dribble drive inside, leaves it left wing to Moore. Moore's going to try to attack, denied there by Billings, so he dish it off to Winters. Try to leave it back to Moore. It's stolen away. Turnover number 3. Billings into the front court. Gertz lost it on the way up, got his own rebound. Leaves it to Malone in the corner. Gertz going to fire a 3. Rattles in and out, won't fall. And Malone is over the back on the board.
That'll be Malone's first, team third. And it'll be ball out of bounds to Routt, length of the court to go.
I thought when Gertz didn't get the clean catch that he probably should have pulled it back out, but he almost knocked it down anyway. Here's May back into the game, replaces Marshall for Routt. As Marshall's got those 3 fouls, 5:25 left in the third, 29-17 Routt on top. Chumley with the ball into the front court, throws a pass that was dangerous, but somehow got to Winters. Winters working against Malone, lost his footing, and it's called for traveling. Turnover number 4 by the Rockets. Sure, Winters not having a good night in this one. And he's a competitor, so you know he'll want to really work to redeem himself in this one. But so far, not going well for Winters. This team up by 12, though. 5:05 to play in the third. Here's Wellman with the ball on the baseline. Works it out to Rube. Rube will throw a tough pass to Wellman. Wellman picks it up, drives in to Gertz, top of the key. He'll try the drive inside, splits the double team, jump stop, shot up, no good, foul by Moore, and 2 shots coming up for Gertz.
Gertz is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He's got 1 point on the night, Charlie. 29-17 the score, 12-point lead for Routt. 4:54 to go in the third quarter of play. Gertz looking to put a couple in here. First one up by him is good.
CarQuest Berry, they offer overnight delivery on most parts. They turn drums and rotors, and they do custom hydraulic hoses. CarQuest Berry, serving the world in motion, 335-2365.
Gertz second, no good. Rebound comes down to who?
Billings. Billings got the board. His 5th rebound, 2nd offensive board to Malone, who puts it up and in. He's got 6, and all of a sudden, Western's within 9. 4:40 to play in the third, 29-20. Rout's lead down to a 9-point advantage. So Western's cut 5 points off that lead in 3.5 minutes. May with the ball for Routt. Works it inside, now back out to Chumley. Chumley surveys the floor, has yet to use the dribble. He'll put it on the deck now, leave it to May left side. 4:20 to play in the third, 29-20 advantage for Routt on the Way Cool scoreboard. Winters, one bounce and a pass, it's stolen away. Turnover number 5, Gertz with the steal and the slam at the other end. Jacob Gertz has 4, and it's 29-22. And with 4:04 to play in the third, Will Whalen of Routt wants a timeout. We'll pause as well. 4:02 left third quarter, 29-22 advantage for Routt. We're back with you in 1 minute.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. Call Janice Richard for details.
Does your business rely on a strong internet connection? How about a reliable phone system to help connect you with your customers? Well, if you answered yes to these important questions, then you need to call Cascom today. We not only offer both of these great options, but we are reliable, customizable, and offer great affordable service. At Cascom, we focus on helping you build a strong business connection with your customers. Call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Halfway through the third quarter, 29-22, Routt on top of Western, but Western on a run here. Cut it down to a 7-point game. Cut the lead in half of a quarter. And now they've got Marshall in a double team. Throws out of it out top to Moore. Moore with it high above his head for the Routt Rockets. On top, 29-22 on the Way Cool Collision scoreboard. With the basketball, Dylan Marshall. Back out there with 3 fouls, so you can tell where Routt thinks this game is going. They don't want to let this one get away. May with it, hands it off to Chumley. Chumley breaks free from the defender. Down low, ball tipped, and Gertz is going to save it in. It comes right to Marshall, who fires a 3. No good, and the rebound down to Rube, his 2nd of the night. He'll work it off to Wellman on the run into the front court. Down to Billings from 10. Good. Billings has 6, and it's 29-24.
Charlie, what's that run?
That's an 11-2 run to start the half. 3:05 to play in the third. They've cut it down to 5. Marshall and the Routt Rockets trying for an answer to May, who travels and no call. Works it out top to Moore. Moore tries to back his way in against Billings, holding his ground there, and that's going to be traveling on Moore. Turnover on Routt is their 6th, already their 4th turnover of the third quarter, and Routt trying to do too much one-on-one.
That's really not May's game, trying to start with the ball out at the free throw line and fight his way in there.
2:48 to play in the third. Western down by 5 after trailing by 14 at the half. Rube with the ball left wing. Skip pass right side, Malone. Spins his way in. Shot up no good. Foul by Moore. And Brooks Moore will pick up his 2nd, team 3rd. And Malone to the free throw line for the first time in the contest. He's got 6 total points.
Malone really a slasher. And he slashed to the basket and would have probably made it without Moore fouling him. 29-24 the score. Routt with the 5-point lead. 2:39 to go in the third quarter of play. First one up by Malone is good.
That gives us a chance to tell you about Pike County Collectibles. They buy and sell gold, silver, jewelry, and antiques. They'll pay top dollar, and they'll pay cash. Call the Anstead family, 285-5058.
Marshall and May down as Ronan and who came back, Charlie?
Winters came back in the game.
Second one up and good, also by Malone. Makes it 29-26, three-point lead now.
That's a 13-2 run. 2:35 to play in the third. Corey Ronan with the ball. The freshman drives in, hands it off to Moore. Shot no good. Blocking foul called, though, on Tristan Rube. Tried to stay in and draw the charge. His first, team fourth. And Brooks Moore to the free throw line for the first time tonight. He's got 10 points.
29-26 to score, 2:30 to go in the third quarter. A player out with that three-point lead was, 13?
14 at the half.
14 at the half. Cut all the way down to 3. Moore's first is up. It's a little long, no good.
Damon Emmerich at the Farmers National Bank of Griggsville. Talk with Damon for your auto, home, business, or farm loan. 285-1943 in Pittsville. Also with locations in Griggsville and Mount Sterling. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Moore's second is up. It's good. Makes it 30-26.
With 2:30 to play in the third. Malone has the basketball to Wellman into the front court. Bounce pass down low. Good find to Billings off the glass and good. He's got 6 points in the third, 8 in the game, and it's down to a 2-point lead. 30-28 on the Way Cool scoreboard. 2:15 left in this third quarter. Ronan with the ball, going to try the drive in. Leaves it out to Winters. Winters in the corner to Chumley. Chumley up to Ronan. Tries to split the triple team. Lost the ball. Got it back. Saves it into Moore. To Ronan left side. 2 minutes to play in the third. Dangerous pass out front. Stolen away by the Wildcats. Turnover number 7. A chance to tie or take the lead here. Gertz has the basketball. Has picked up the bounce. Works it to Wellman. We were tied once in this game at 9. Routt since then built a 14-point lead, but they've seen it dwindle down to 2. Here's Wellman from the baseline. Kicks it back out, and 3 seconds called against Billings. Turnover number 7 by Western, just their first here of the third quarter. I probably can't count on one hand how many times the 3-second call's been called this season. Just not a rule that you see enforced much. 1:35 to play in the third. Ronan with the basketball for the Routt Rockets. Near the sideline right side to Chumley. To Winters. Lays it off the glass and in for 2. I thought he got away maybe with steps that time as he just is out of sync tonight. But the refs didn't catch it. And the lead is back to 4 for Routt. 1:18 left in the third. Gertz with the ball right side. Rube. They've gone with this 5 for most of this third quarter. Here's Ronan tipping the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Western underneath. Rube's added some rebounding and a little bit of toughness out there for this Western squad in the third.
Bit of a difficult spot to inbound it.
Billings will throw it in. Looks for an opening. Gets it right side to Gertz. He'll work it out between those circles. That's Wellman. 1:07 left in the third. 32-28 advantage for Routt. Wellman swings it around the perimeter to Malone. Now Billings with a touch in the corner. They've looked to him a little more. He'll drive in. Shot up is good, but they'll say he was fouled on the floor.
So it'll be ball out of bounds to Western.
That's going to be against Ronan, his first, team fourth. Underneath here for the Wildcats with a minute to play in the third. Gertz will be the trigger man for the white-clad Wildcats. Lob pass out front goes to Billings. Billings looks down low. In the corner to Gertz. Gertz will fire a 3. It's an air ball. Saves it inbounds. It goes to Beckman for a moment. And then they'll call a...
Wow, a really late foul.
Who's the foul against? Wellman?
They're going to call it against Wellman, and that was a really late, really tough call as both guys were going for the rebound there. And
his third, team fifth. So Routt will have the ball. 47.5 seconds to play in the third, up by 4. Rockets looking to finish the quarter strong as they've let Western right back into this game. And a chance to really put them away. Ronan with it on the dribble out front against Malone, close to 5, picks it up just in the nick of time, leaves it to Chumley. Chumley drives in, floater up from 6, and he banks it in. Chumley's got 11, lead back to 6, 34-28, 25 seconds left in the third. Gertz with the ball in the front court, gives it off to Wellman. Wellman to Malone, left side. Out top it goes to Billings. Takes the ball handoffs. Now he'll dish it to Gertz. Threw it behind Rube. He was not even looking at him.
I think he thought Rube was going to stop there, and he kept cutting to the basket.
Turnover is the 8th. Here comes Nick Howell into the game, a 5'8 senior. He replaces Preston Wellman.
Just to keep Wellman from getting that third foul, or that fourth foul, with 12.7.
Ronan sits down. Marshall back in. He'll have the ball with 10 seconds left in the third, up by 6. Routt trying to finish this quarter strong. It was down to a 2-point game just moments ago. Out front, Winters drives inside, leaves it into Beckman. Far under the basket, shot no good. Rebound to Malone as the buzzer sounds. And after 3 quarters, it's Routt 34, Western 28. Back with fourth quarter play-by-play in 1 minute.
In agriculture, you need to work with a company that understands your business. At Compeer Financial, we work in agriculture every day. We are the leading provider of financial solutions, offering products and services specific to farmers. Our loans and leases have flexible terms, including long-term fixed interest rates designed to fit your operation. Looking to buy land, increase your storage, or need an operating line of credit? Give us a call or stop by our office at 54th and State in Quincy. At Compeer Financial, we champion the hopes and dreams of rural America.
If you've had an accident with your vehicle, you know it's not cool. But getting your vehicle repaired can be way cool when you take it to Way Cool Auto Body at 826 North Jackson in Pittsfield. The Way Cool guys will get your vehicle repaired and back on the road. You'll drive away saying, that was way cool. Way Cool Auto Body. Call them for all of your auto body repair needs at 285-1231. That's 285-1231, or stop by 826 North Jackson in Pittsfield.
14 of 31 from the floor, 45%, 5 of 15 from 3. And Western is 11 of 28, 39%. They have not made a 3, 0 of 4 from there. Routt has the basketball to start the final quarter of play as Beckman has a touch behind the arc left side. Tries to muscle his way in, and the ball's tipped and stolen. Turnover number 8 by Routt, their 6th of the second half. Western has Wellman, Gertz, Howell, Malone, and the 5th man is Billings. Howell works the ball to Gertz. Gertz will work off of the Wellman screen. Pull-up jump shot, too hard. Rebound down to Brooks Moore for Routt, his 4th. He'll work it to Winters. It's Winters, Moore, Marshall, Beckman, and Chumley, their original starters. Marshall with the basketball against Wellman. Both of those been out there with 3 fouls. 7:15 to play in this one. 34-28, Routt on top of the Way Cool scoreboard. Chumley going to try to attack Howell. Leaves it out behind the arc to Moore. Now to Winters. Tries the dribble drive inside and lost it on the way up. And that is another turnover on Routt, their 9th. And Drew Winters is just out of sync.
Yeah. Almost wonder if he's not maybe feeling good tonight, Charlie. There's been a little sickness on their team as well. Whalen was gone the other night due to not feeling
He and
well.
Beckman were both gone Saturday with some flu. Here's Billings with the ball for the Western Wildcats. They cut it to 2, and then they'll allow Routt to go on a little 4-0 run to end the quarter. Malone to Howell. Howell not going to look to score there. He'll throw it back out to Gertz. Gertz on the dribble drive to Malone. Top of the key, 3, no good. Rebound Billings, another offensive board. Attacks, shot no good, but he's fouled hard by Winters. Winters will pick up his first, team 5th. And Billings to the free throw line. That is his 3rd offensive rebound, 6th overall, and he'll be at the line for the first time tonight.
34-28 the score, 6:34 to go in the game. Billings shooting 2. How many points does he have on the night, Charlie?
Well, John, he has 8.
If he could make these both, he'd be in double figures. First one up, no good. I jinxed him. Sorry, Easton.
Country Expressions invites you to stop in for great gifts for your family and friends. Brooke offers one-of-a-kind ideas for that special someone. Give her a call, 217-242-4107.
Next one up, no good. Also, a rebound comes down to Beckman.
Ooh, those are big misses there for Western when you're trying to come back in this game. 6:25 to play in the fourth quarter. 34-28 the advantage for Routt. They were up by 14. Western cut it to 2 after not scoring in the second quarter. Here's Winters, breaks free. Floater up off the glass is good. Andrew Winters has 4. The lead is 8 for Routt. 6:10 to play. Does Western have another run left in them here? Here's Malone. Pull-up shot blocked by Winters. Rebound on the play down to Chumley, his 4th. He'll slow things down for Routt. 6 minutes remaining in the contest. Chumley goes at Howell. Leaves the ball off on the left side to Moore behind the arc. He'll put it on the deck a couple of times. Tries to bull his way inside. Back out to Winters for a 3. Good. Drew Winters from downtown. He's got 7. The lead is back to 11. And Western, after cutting it to 2, trails by 11, and they want a timeout. We'll pause as well. 5:40 to play in this one. 39-28. The lead for Routt. Back with you in 1 minute.
Do you have headaches? Do you suffer from back or neck pain? If so, I'm here to help. Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Lanham. My offices are located directly across from the Dairy Ripple at 200 South Madison. To reach me, our office number is 285-6300. That's 285-6300. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday by appointment. My offices are located directly across from the Dairy Ripple at 200 South Madison, where we can have you pain-free in no time.
When it comes to achieving big yields, success is in the genetics. And at LG Seeds, it's not just the genetics of our seed corn. It's the genetics of who we are. From our dealers out in the field to our scientists back in the lab. At LG Seeds, we are focused on the total success of our customers.
Find out how it works for your farm. Call Gene Myers at 653-4193 or Eric Lakin at 473-6068. RC, your soil total success.
It'll be Western basketball out of the timeout. Down by 11 after cutting it to a 30-28 game. It's a 9-0 run here by Routt. Malone to throw it in. Will do so near the sideline to Wellman in the front court. He'll work the ball toward the right wing. Wants to run through the screens down low. Wants to throw it out front to Malone. Malone will try the dribble drive behind the arc. No, just inside the arc by Rube. And Rube's back in and he knocks it down. He's pumped. His first two of the night. 39-30. 5:20 to play. I don't know if there's a correlation or not, but when Rube went out of the game, Routt went on a run.
Yeah.
He was in there to start the second half. Routt didn't score much.
Yeah.
So Western looking to replicate that. Winters with the ball. Tries the drive. Leaves it to Chumley. Right side, wide open three, no good. Rebound to Wellman for Western, his third board, and then a foul going to be called by Marshall, his fourth.
And Marshall says, what did I do? By the time you called the foul, I was 10 foot down the court.
His fourth, so Ronan back in with 5 minutes left.
And that's a big loss right now.
Yeah, but Marshall, don't even put yourself in that position.
Yeah, I agree.
What were you doing back there? Don't even pester the man with the ball. Just let him bring it up. 4:52 to play. A 9-point lead for Routt. Western has the ball. Rube, bounce pass left side. Wellman works off the Billings screen, hits him on the screen and roll, and Billings scores another two. He's got 10. 8 in the second half. 39-32. The lead back down to 7 with 4:37 remaining. Chumley will walk it into the front court for Routt. They thought they may have an easy one in this one, but Western says not so fast, my friends. And here's the near turnover. Ooh, Moore nearly lost his footing. Leaves it to Ronan out top. Ronan, the freshman, tries the drive in. Bounce pass down low to Beckman. Beckman underneath and scores. Nice move by Beckman. He got way underneath and had to go with the reverse layup. He's got 4. 41-32, back to a 9-point game. 4:10 left. Wellman in the corner to Root. Off to Billings on the wing. Holds it high above his head, drives in. Off the pick from Root. Top of the key to Malone. Left side, Wellman. Wellman will try the dribble drive. To Billings, attacks. Ball poked away from behind, but a foul going to be called. I think this will be Ronan, but let's wait and see. It'll be 1-1.
It will be.
Corey Ronan's second, team 7th, and Western needs to make some free throws. 3:58 to play, a chance to come back with the clock stopped, and Billings is 0 for 2, has 10 points.
41-32, 3:58 to go in the ball game. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Moore. Billings 0 for 3 from there.
3:53 remaining. Tough to miss any free throws, but especially a front end of a 1 in bonus. Down by 9 with under 4 minutes to play. Ronan with the ball right side. Leaves it in the corner to Moore. Moore will try to make a move in. He will throw it off to Winters, who fakes the 3. Winters on a drive, lost the ball. Ball loose. Still loose out there and stolen away. Turnover number 10. And a foul called here against Chumley as he just stopped the fast break that time. Chumley with his first, team 8th. And Gertz to the free throw line to shoot 1-1, where he's 2 for 4, has 4 points.
41-32, 9-point lead for Routt. 3:31 to go in the ball game, and Western needs these points.
They're crucial.
Shot up and good. He'll get the bonus.
Pike County Dare program, encouraging young folks to make smart decisions and lead to brighter futures. The Pike County Dare program and the Pike County Sheriff's Department, proud to be serving you.
Is that Gertz's 5th point, Charlie?
It is.
5th and 6th as he makes them both. Makes it 41-34, cuts it back down to 7 now.
Colgrove going to come in for the first time in the second half and replace Rube. On the other side, Marshall returns for Routt. 3:31 to play, 41-34 advantage for Routt. On the Way Cool Collision scoreboard, Western will pick him up in the full court man. Ronan to throw it in, gets it into Chumley. Out of a double team, throws it away to Gertz. Down low. Colgrove shot up and good. Colgrove with another 2. He's got 4 and a timeout by Routt. We'll pause as well. Don't go away. 3:25 to play. 41-36. Routt leads Western. Back in 30 seconds.
It's never too late to plan, and Eagle One Investments can help. My name is Chris Little, and I can answer questions you may have about investing your money. Through Securities America Incorporated, Eagle One Investments offers a diversified and comprehensive list of quality products and services. So call me, Chris Little, at 285-1800 for a free consultation.
Securities offered through Securities America Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Christopher Little, registered representative. Advisory services offered through Securities America Advisors. Eagle One Investments and Securities America are unaffiliated.
6. Routt has a 5-point lead in the basketball. Length of the court to go. They have 11 turnovers in this game. 9 of them have come in the second half. They'll face some full court pressure again by Western. Marshall will bring it into the front court now as Western just drops back into the half court main. Off to Chumley. Chumley will try the drive in. Now has picked it up. Works it out top of the key to Winters. Winters with the basketball on the dribble against Wellman. He'll throw it out front to Ronan. 3:05 remaining. Routt a 5-point lead in the basketball. Western has a couple of fouls to give. Only 5 team fouls. Chumley out to Winters for a 3. No good. And the rebound down to Ronan on the offensive board.
Almost turned over there by Winters, but he got it back.
Winters down to Beckman. Shot no good, but he's fouled hard. He'll shoot a pair. Drew Winters, you got to think about a little more what the situation is. I know he had a good look from 3, John, but...
Foul on Easton Billings, his first, team 6th. Beckman to the free throw line shooting, too.
Questionable decision to take that 3 by Winters. He's lucky the freshman Ronan got that offensive board.
41-36 to score. Routt with a 5-point lead, 2:48 to go in the game. Beckman shooting 2, first one up, rolls around, rolls off, no good.
CMB Bank and Trust, they would like to invite you to stop in as you begin planning for the future. Call loan officers Jim Sanderson and Shelby Martin in Pittsfield. They look forward to working with you. Member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender.
Beckman's second, short, no good, rebound down to Wellman.
His 4th, 5-point game. Western trailing, but they're on the attack with 2:42 remaining. Rube, left side Malone, out to Gertz. Gertz with a dribble toward the right side of things. Looks for an opening, has picked it up to Malone. Malone off the Gertz screen. Gonna try the drive inside. Off to Wellman. Wellman the basketball right side. Billings gonna work on the block down to Malone. He's fouled by Ronan. He had the mismatch, had the foul there.
And Malone to his third for Ronan, team 9th. And to the free throw line goes Malone, shooting 1 and 1. 41-36 the score. He's 1 for 2 from there. And 2:25 to go in the game. Oh, 2 for 2, sorry.
Yeah.
41-36 the score. Routt with the lead. First one up is good, and Malone shooting the second. I'd say Malone's the guy that they want there most of the time, Charlie.
We'll look for double figures. Here, Gertz. Billings usually much better. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
True. Malone makes them both. Makes it 41-37.
Colgrove.
41-38.
Colgrove back in. Rube sits down, a 3-point game with 2:25 left. 41-38. Routt on top. Full court pressure by Western, I should say. Inbounds comes into Marshall in the backcourt. He works it out to the double team to Chumley. Now Ronan. Ronan will throw a pass, but it's fouled by Billings, it appears.
That'd be Billings' second. Team 7.
It's Ronan at the line for the first time. He's looking for his first points. Rube back in. Colgrove takes the chair. 2:19 remaining. 41-38 advantage for Routt, and the freshman Corey Ronan at the free throw line to shoot the 1 and bonus.
First one up for Ronan is good. He'll get the bonus. Makes it 42-38. 4-point game.
He just got it and shot at that time, didn't he? He wasn't hesitant at all. May will check in for Ronan if he can make this one. Could make it a 5-point game with 2:19 remaining.
Next one up for Ronan, also good. He's a confident player, Charlie.
2 big free throws there by Ronan, and May back in. Ronan down. 2:19 left. 5-point lead again for Routt. Western with the basketball in the hands of Preston Wellman. Hands it to Gertz. Gertz with the ball to Malone. Left side, Rube. Rube holds it high above his head. Pressure there by Beckman in the corner to Malone. He'll dribble it out front to Gertz. Right side, Rube with 2 minutes remaining. Down on the block to Malone. Hooks around his man. Turnaround shot, good. Malone another 2. He's got 12 and a timeout. Western. 1:57 remaining. 43-40. Routt on top of Western. Back in 30.
Jill Cook, physical therapist and newest member of the Advanced Physical Therapy Pittsfield team.
I'm excited to join Lorraine in offering my skill set to the Pittsfield area. I'm happy to work with the area's providers to help bring you the best physical therapy and healthcare possible. We work for and with our patients to get them back to the game of life.
Advanced Physical Therapy, a partner of Illini Hospital located at 128 West Washington. Advance is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is their mission and their passion to help you advance.
7 remaining, 43-40. Routt on top. They can run the baseline. Length of the court to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Chumley will be the man to trigger it in for Routt. He looks to get it in and does so to Winters in the backcourt. Winters out of a double team. Long pass. Marshall had trouble with it. Ball is loose at center court and turned over. Turnover number 12 by Routt. Into the front court, Wellman. They could tie it with a 3, cut it to 1 with a 2 with 43 left. Out top, Gertz has the basketball. For the 3 and the tie, it's off the mark. Rebound tipped and pulled in by Chumley. And Chumley to the free throw line, where he's usually very good, has 11 points.
43-40 the score, 134 to go in the game. Routt with the 3-point lead. And Chumley shooting 1 and 1. Winters and Ronan, Winters stays out there. Ronan down. Beckman down, as back into the game are Moore and May.
134 remaining, 43-40, the advantage for
Took a long time
Routt.
to get everybody where they wanted to be for this free throw, Charlie.
They let everybody kind of catch their breath, and Chumley stood at the line the whole time, and he misses the free throw badly, and the rebound comes down to Billings. His 7th board. 1:30 remaining, still just a 3-point game. Wellman with the ball for Western. They don't necessarily have to have a 3 here.
No.
Rube with it right side, down to Billings. Turnaround shot blocked by Winters. Rebound fought for, down to Wellman. He will go back up and score. Wellman's got 8 and a timeout by Western. 1:14 remaining. They've cut it to 1, 43-42. Back with you in 30 seconds.
Now is the time to buy new windows for your home. Beautiful Temp-Go windows and doors are available through Pike County Lumber Company in Pittsfield. Whether you need double-hung, bay windows, or patio doors, we have them all, plus more. Temp-Go custom manufactures each quality window to fit your home. So call Pike County Lumber Company at 285-6115 to place your order today. That's Pike County Lumber Company on West Washington and Pittsfield, 285-6115.
What you thought at halftime was looking to be a blowout, all of a sudden it's become a nail-biter. 43-42 advantage for Routt. 1:14 remaining. Western's down to 1 timeout. Rout's got 2 timeouts remaining. Should there be a tie-up, it would be Western basketball. Rout's turned the ball over 12 times, John, 10 times in the second half. For Western, they've turned it over 8 times, but only 2 times in the second half.
And Western's missed the front end of a couple 1-and-1s, missed a couple of 2-shot fouls, and Chumley just missed a front end of a 1-and-1.
Routt, though, is only 3 of 7 from the free throw line.
8 of 13 is Western.
They want to get the ball into Ronan. Ronan will bring it up with 1:12 remaining, pushes into the front court, gets it to Winters. Winters back to Ronan with 1:07 remaining. To Marshall out top, 43-42, Routt with the advantage. Chumley with the basketball near the right side. He'll work it over to Ronan. 57 seconds left. How long do you try to play it straight up before you get a foul here?
I think you got to foul before too much longer.
Out to Chumley, has picked up
so you got time to run something.
Picked up the shot, or pick up the bounce, I should say. They'll give it to Chumley. You give him with 45 seconds left. Double team comes his way. He'll try the drive in, fakes. He's caught down there, needs some help, and Will Whalen calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 38.3 seconds left as Chumley was caught in a double team. Just a 30-second break, 43-42, the lead for Routt on the Waycool Collision scoreboard. Waycool Collision Center on Jackson Street in Pittsfield, 285-1231. Reed Richards and his staff can help you with all of your collision needs. John, kind of hard to argue that for Western, the big difference maker in this second half has been Tristan Rube, and a lot of it's been his passing and willingness to enter that ball into the post.
And his willingness to rebound and really get down in the dirty areas and fight for the ball a little more.
Yeah, they've only given up 3 points to Brooks Moore in the second half after he had 8 in the first half, and a lot of that's been due to Rube really playing good defense down there. 43-42, Routt on top. They'll have the ball. Both teams with a single timeout remaining.
Routt has had some trouble getting the ball in bounds underneath both baskets too, Charlie. They've had a couple turnovers there, so
they'll
look for that as a possibility.
They'll have it underneath their own hoop. Probably the easiest spot to take the ball out on the whole court. The inbounds comes to Marshall, and they foul him. Gertz will get both hands on him, and Marshall will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight to shoot
1 and 1.
1 and 1 still, yeah.
43-42 the score, 36.4 seconds to go in the game. Routt with the 1-point lead. Marshall shooting 1 and 1. He's got 8 points. I don't think he shot a free throw tonight, has he, Charlie?
Has not.
His team is 3 of 7 from the free throw line. I don't think you can do that.
He can. No matter what happens here, it's still going to be a one-possession game.
Yeah, very true.
36.4 seconds remaining, a 1-point lead. The first by Dylan Marshall is on the way, and it's good.
He'll get the bonus. All he can do, as you said, is make it a one-possession game.
Looking to be the third man in double figures here for Routt to join Chumley and Moore.
That makes it 44-42, 36.4 to go. And Marshall's second is up. It's short, no good. Rebound comes down to Routt.
Routt with his third board. 2-point game. Western trailing with 30 seconds remaining. Wellman with the ball in the front court. They only have one timeout left. Gets the screen for Billings, and ball knocked loose. Run down, though, by Wellman. Drives in against Moore. Shot up is no good. Rebound down low to Malone. Puts it back up, won't fall. But he's fouled, and will shoot a pair. He's fouled with 18 seconds left, and that will be on Brooks Moore, his third, team 10th. And 2 shots coming up here, but a man who hit the deck hard that time was Wellman. He's looking to walk it off as he got caught and hit underneath the basket, and then there were all kinds of feet trampling down there.
44-42 the score, 18 seconds to go in the ball game. Routt with the 2-point lead. And Malone shooting 2. And Malone shooting 2. Malone is what from the free throw line, Charlie?
Malone on the night, John, is 4 for 6 from the line.
He's got Malone shooting 2, first one up. No good, a little short. Trying to prevent the overtime game here, Charlie. He's going to make the second one, then get the steal and make it.
Never know, 18 seconds left. A big free throw here, because it wouldn't allow Routt to make it a 2-possession game the next time.
Very true. Shot up, good for Malone. Makes it 44-43.
And Western will bring Colgrove in, set Rube down with 18 seconds left. It's 44-43 with 18 seconds to play. Routt with the ball, length of the court to go. Marshall to throw it in. Again, only one timeout remaining. A foul would put them into the double bonus. Chumley with the ball in the backcourt. He's into a double team. Tied up, stolen away. No, it's loose. Ooh, they're going to call a foul on Western with 14.9 seconds left.
Wow.
From behind, the referee from behind, and that very easily could have been a jump ball or a loose ball.
Or a loose ball, exactly.
Ooh, goodness.
Yeah, I think he called a loose ball foul there, and that's pretty tough. So Chumley to the free throw line. He's shooting double bonus now.
It's 4 on Gertz, and Chumley to the free throw line where he's 0 for 1, has 11 points.
44-43, 14.9 to go in the game. Routt with the lead. First one up by Chumley is good.
Even if he makes this one, it'll be just a 3-point game, and Routt calls the timeout. We'll take it too. 14.9 seconds left, 45-43. Routt on top, back in 30 seconds.
Central State Bank has all the latest technology as well as old-fashioned and neighborly service. Do your banking either way you wish. Our interest in our customers is long-term, compounded annually, and appreciated daily. You're not just a name or number to us, you're a part of our family. We care about you and your family, and if we can help you and yours to fulfill your dreams and goals, we will. We are friends doing business with friends. Keep Central State Bank central to your banking needs. Visit us in Quincy, Clayton, Pleasant Hill, or Kinderhook. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
When we get back to live action, Hunter Chumley will be at the free throw line. He's now 1 for 2 on the day, has 12 points, but only 3 in the second half. 14.9 seconds remaining, 45-43, the advantage for Routt on the Way Cool scoreboard. If you're just joining us, Routt led by 14 at the half and shut Western out in the second quarter. If Western had scored a single basket, this game could be tied right now, but they were shut out in the second quarter.
Hey, Charlie, I want to point one stat out here, though. Western 0 for 6 from the three-point arc.
That is true.
So
if he makes this, if he makes this one, you have to like your chances if you're Routt. Still 14.9 seconds left, and a timeout still for Western. Routt is now out of timeouts, and Chumley will go at the free throw line. 12 points, 5 rebounds for the senior.
Chumley shooting 1, shot up, It's good. Makes it a 3-point game.
46-43, 14.9 to play. Wellman with the ball into the front court. Will Curtis Stout let it play out? He will, it appears. Right side, Wellman with the ball, looking for Gertz. Fakes, puts it on the deck to Billings left side with 4. Forces the 3-ball up. It is good. He knocked it down. Billings from downtown, and we're headed to overtime. Tied at 46. Some would call it luck. I like to call it, well, luck, I guess. And this game is headed to overtime. New life for the Wildcats. Headed to OT. Routt and Western back in 30 seconds.
Now is the time to buy new windows for your home. Beautiful Temp-Go windows and doors are available through Pike County Lumber Company in Pittsfield. Whether you need double-hung, bay windows, or patio doors, we have them all, plus more. Temp-Go custom manufactures each quality window to fit your home. So call Pike County Lumber Company at 285-6115 to place your order today. That's Pike County Lumber Company on West Washington and Pittsfield, 285-6115.
Well, there's only one game tonight, so why not play overtime, John? And it's tied at 46 as Easton Billings hit the big shot.
As we talked about the big best scorer for Western, hits the big shot. It was an off-bounce shot. It was not the shot that Curtis Stout was looking for sure, as Billings rolled off of a screen to try to get an open shot, but the man was able to slip by. But
well, we've got new life for Western. First time we've been tied since they were tied at 9 points apiece, and we're ready to start this overtime period. Tied at 46. And
that was a terrible throw. Oh my, that was a terrible throw.
They'll say that Winters tried to steal the tip, though, and so they'll just give the ball to Western to start the overtime.
Yeah, that was a terrible throw, Charlie. That ball barely got over their heads.
Yeah. Wasn't one of the best we've seen, for sure. So Western will have the ball, tied at 46. Wellman to Billings. Billings has 13 points now. It works it out to Malone, and 11 of those came in the second half. To Gertz, fakes the 3, now drives, leaves it right side to Malone. Malone will throw it out top to Billings. Attacks down low, forces one up, won't go. Rebound tipped up by Billings, no good. And this time the rebound down to Beckman, his 4th board. So Billings unable to get a shot to go there. Still tied at 46, 30 seconds into overtime. Marshall with the basketball, gives it off to Winters. Right side, Chumley. Chumley looks for an opening. Moore and Beckman are the other 2 men out there for Routt. Tristan Rube playing the defense on Marshall. Marshall's got 4 fouls. As does Gertz for Western. Chumley out to Winters. 3:07 remaining in overtime. Winters patient with it to Chumley. Fakes the 3. Puts it on the floor. Handoff now as they run the 3-guard weave out front. They get it to Marshall. Marshall goes down to Beckman. Pass down low. Behind Moore and out of bounds. 13th turnover on Routt. 11th in the second half in overtime. And just 2 turnovers in the second half in overtime for Western. They've really taken good care of the basketball.
It's almost like they reversed one another.
Allowed them to come back in this game after trailing by 14 at the half and not scoring in the second quarter. They're tied at 46, looking for the first lead change since the first quarter. Billings in the corner, 4-3, too hard. Rebound pulled in by Winters, his 3rd board. Gives it to Marshall, and here come the Rockets. 2:30 remaining. A little bit of a quick shot that time for Western. Well, you got to go with the hot hand, and
it was an open look.
Here's a ball knocked out of bounds by Wellman. It'll stay with Routt on the sideline. Ball will go into the backcourt to Winters. Knotted up at 46. Both teams will be in the double bonus should there be a foul. Marshall with the basketball against Wellman. Wellman playing with 3 fouls. To Chumley. Hands it off to Winters. Bumped by Malone. Winters will try to drive in. Force it up. No good. Rebound tipped up. Won't fall. That time from Beckman. And this time the rebound pulled in by Western. Wellman grabbed the board. His 5th. Drives in, leaves the pass out to Marshall, or to Malone, I should say. Left side, Gertz puts it on the deck, drives in. Gets to the rim, shot no good. Might have been a foul, no call. Rebound fought for, and I think Chumley had secured the board.
I agree, and then you got to give the steal to Gertz.
So the turnover on Routt, their 14th, as Gertz has slapped it away. 1:45 remaining. Western does have 2 timeouts here, as they did not burn their final timeout in regulation, just to 1 for Routt. Left side, Wellman with the ball. 1:33 to play in overtime. Still tied at 46. Nobody's scored to this point in the overtime frame. Gertz tries the drive and is bumped and fouled by Moore. And 2 shots here for Gertz. Either way, and Moore will have his 4th foul of the game, I do believe.
That's Brooks Moore's fourth and double bonus to the free throw line. Gertz, he's tying a shoelace first.
Has 6 points. He's 4 for 6 from the line.
46 all the score. That was our score after 4 quarters of play, so nobody scored yet.
Have not had a lead change since the first quarter where we saw 4, and Western led by as many as 2. That was way back in the first.
1:27 to go in the overtime. Gertz shooting 2. Shot up. Rolls around, rolls around, rolls around, falls through.
5th lead change now. And he could help tie the biggest lead of the night for Western with this free throw. 1:27 to play. Moore sat down. Ronan back in for Routt.
Ronan a little more athletic. A little quicker.
Yep.
A little quicker. Next one up is good by Gertz. That one didn't have to bounce around quite so much.
And they've tied their biggest lead of the night. A 2-point lead with 1:25 to play in overtime. 48-46 Western. Ronan with the basketball for Routt. Throws it to Winters. Winters tries to make a move against Billings. Has picked up the dribble. Off to Ronan at the 1:14 mark. Tries the dribble drive. Pull-up shot is no good. Rebound Beckman there to clean up the glass, though. And we're tied again, this time at 48 with 1:04 to play in overtime. Wellman into the front court for Western. They can afford to be patient here. To Gertz. Picks up the dribble. Out to Tristan Rude. Works off the screen from Gertz. Back to him, top of the key. Right side, Billings. Works on the baseline. 2 hands on him by Beckman. And he'll be called for the foul. His first. Double bonus. And to the free throw line, Billings, where he's 0 for 3, has 13 points.
Billings 0 for 3, as Charlie told you. 48 all the score. 49.6 seconds left in overtime. Billings shooting 2. If he could make either of these, he'd give his team the lead once again. It would not be a lead change, and he misses the first.
Rube down as Howell is back in for Western.
Curtis Stout says, bend your knees and put a little more arch under it.
This would not be a lead change if he makes this. Still tied at 48, 49.6 to play in overtime.
Shot up, no good. Second one is no good. Jump ball, alternating possession to Routt. Jump ball on the rebound there.
So Billings is now 0 of 5 from the free throw line. And the game remains tied at 48, 47.1 seconds to play here in overtime. They'll wipe some sweat up from the floor, it appears. They'll get the big towel out. That's about the spot the roof used to leak all the time, but they fixed that issue with the remodel.
Well, it wasn't really the roof leaking, it was the roof sweating.
Yeah.
But they said with the new ventilation, it doesn't do that anymore.
47.1 seconds left in overtime. Route ball length of the court to go. Looking for a lead. Would be our 6th lead change of the game. Marshall gets it in the backcourt. He'll look to bring it up against Preston Wellman. To Ronan. Ronan against Howell. Howell has not played a ton in this game, and he's trying to stay in front of Ronan. Ronan drives in, leaves it behind the arc to Winters. Winters is going to get a timeout from his coach. Their final of the game. 32.5 seconds left. Game tied at 48 in overtime. Back with you in 30 seconds.
Central State Bank has all the latest technology as well as old-fashioned and neighborly service. Do your banking either way you wish. Our interest in our customers is long-term, compounded annually, and appreciated daily. You're not just a name or number to us, you're a part of our family. We care about you and your family, and if we can help you and yours to fulfill your dreams and goals, we will. We are friends doing business with friends. Keep Central State Bank central to your banking needs. Visit us in Quincy, Clayton, Pleasant Hill, or Kinderhook. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
2.5 seconds to play in overtime. Game is tied at 48 on the Way Cool Collision Center scoreboard. 285-1231 for Way Cool Collision Center in Pittsburgh. It'll be Routt ball out of bounds on the sideline right in front of their own bench as Will Whalen, their head coach, took his final time out of the contest. Western still with 2 timeouts remaining. And let's see what Whalen and company have come up with here. Looks like Dylan Marshall will be the man to throw it in for Routt. Right next to the scorer's table. Possession arrow right now favors Western should there be a tie-up. Inbounds comes to Ronan in the backcourt with 30 seconds to play. The freshman brings it up. Has it against Howell with 25 seconds. Leaves it off on the right side to Winters at the 20-second mark.
Have to think they're going to try for one.
Gertz comes out to pester him. In the corner it goes to Chumley with 15 seconds to play. Ball knocked loose. Run down by Ronan. Now poked away. And oh, they'll call a foul on Gertz. Same man who called the foul on the end. That was also a little bit questionable. Maybe not the worst thing to happen for Western, though. It means they will at least have a chance for a possession here. Gertz fouls out. That will bring Rube into the game, so he and Howell now both on the floor, and Ronan to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2, has 2 points. 12.4 seconds to play in overtime. He'll shoot a pair.
48 all the score. 12.4 seconds, as Charlie told you. First one up, a little short by Ronan. He was unhappy with himself there.
Looking to give us our 6th lead change of the night with this one. A lot of pressure on the freshman right now, the left-hander.
He's very left-handed too, Charlie, as we saw in their game on Saturday. He definitely goes to the left to try to get his layups even. Second one is up and good. Timeout, Western.
We'll keep it right here. 12.4 seconds to play. They've brought Eric Hively into the game for Howell, I would assume. And on the other side, Brooks Moore has returned. 49-48, Routt on top. 12.4 seconds left in the overtime period. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Halpin Auto Supply. For auto parts, call 285-2611. Your local Napa Auto Parts dealer. Halpin Auto Supply. Tim and Mike are your parts guys just north of the Pittsfield Square. We will have the Heaton Chevrolet Arctic Cat Refreshment Services Pepsi postgame show at the completion of this contest. Right now, 49-48, Routt on top. They've led by as many as 14. Had that lead a couple of times. Western has had a 2-point lead 2 different times. 6 lead changes. 9-46 and 48 were the ties. And really, Western's done a nice job taking care of the basketball in the second half and overtime. Just 2 turnovers compared to 12 for Routt in that same time period. Routt led by 14 at the half. And Western did not score in that second quarter. If the Wildcats are unable to complete the comeback here, they will look at that second quarter as the big time difference maker. Right now, Routt will not pick them up in the full court. 12.4 seconds to play in overtime, and the referee had administered the ball. Now they'll give it to him after they bring the horn back to play. 10 seconds left. Wellman with it into the front court. Goes to Malone with 7. Looks down low, nothing going. Out top to Hively. Right side, it goes to Colgrove with 2. Floater up is good, and Western completes the comeback as Kyle Colgrove cuts to the rim and scores as the buzzer sounds. 50-49. Western comes from as many as 14 down to win the game. 50-49 as Colgrove put it in at the final buzzer. What a game here, and Western will move on their second upset of the tournament as they defeat the 8th seed Routt Rockets 50-49 in this contest. We'll talk about it on the Heaton Chevrolet Arctic Cat Refreshment Services Pepsi postgame show in 2 minutes.
Out with the old, even though it's new at Heaton Chevrolet Arctic Cat right now. Kathy Osment, sales lady extraordinaire, Peter Heaton, the old guy, are ready to get the best deals on remaining 2017s for you. The push is to move the 2017s out, and to do this, Chevrolet has employee pricing again on select models like Tahoes and Silverados. The second program is 20% off select cars like Malibus and Cruises. All at Heaton Chevrolet Arctic Cat, minutes away from high prices in Pittsfield. Call 217-285-2189.
The postgame show brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Stop by your favorite retailer on the way home from the game, work, or school for an ice-cold Pepsi product. Can athletes refuel with a bottle of Gatorade? Is it in you? You know the score on the Scoreboard postgame show on WBBA and on your school scoreboard because Refreshment Services Pepsi has teamed with most area schools to provide them. Refreshment Services Pepsi, offering you great choices at your local retailer and the sponsor of the postgame show.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chas Anderson with the Pike County Sheriff's Department.
And I'm Officer Jennifer Thompson with the Pittsfield City Police.
Together, we serve all of Pike County schools representing the DARE program.
The DARE program allows law enforcement, in a cooperative effort, to not only get to know the kids in our community,
but to teach them the dangers of all drugs
and the importance of understanding the consequences of destructive decisions.
Since the early 1990s, drug overdoses have been steadily increasing in America.
Most recently, this statistic is fueled by the surge in heroin use across the country.
It's hard to really grasp the lives lost to addictions, such as drug abuse or the generations that will never be.
All because someone took a substance they shouldn't or mixed 2 drugs that can't be mixed.
Be mindful of the decisions your teenager is making.
Talk to them.
Be educated.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
This message is brought to you by the Pike County DARE program.
Together, we can keep our kids safe.
Well, what a game, and he never would have guessed it in the first half when Western had just been shut out in the second quarter, and we're down 14 after the halftime break. It was 15-13 Routt after one, and then that 12-0 run in the second quarter to put them up 14 at the half. Western, a big third quarter, though, actually cut it down to as few as 2 points in the third before Routt finished the quarter on a 4-0 run to go up 34-28 at the end of three. Then it was tied at 46 at the end of regulation as Easton Billings made a three as the buzzer sounded, and then Colgrove beat the buzzer in the overtime period to give Western the 50-49 win. They moved to 8-6, and Routt drops to 10-7 on the season. 7 lead changes, 3 ties, 9, 46, and 48. Routt led by 14 at 2 different times, and Western led by 2. It was their biggest lead 2 different times on the night, and they win this one. Biggest change in that second half for Western, really it's just 6 first half turnovers, which isn't terrible, but just 2 in the second half. But they turned Routt over 12 times in the second half and overtime, and that was a big difference in this one as Routt finished the game with 14 total turnovers. Some final stats in this one. Routt finished the night shooting 18 of 40 from the floor, 45%. They were 6 of 18 from 3 and just 1 of 5 from 3 in the second half, 33%, 7 of 13 from the free throw line, 53.8%. Led in scoring by Hunter Chumley with 13 points, but just 4 of those came in the second half. 11 for Brooks Moore with just 3 in the second half. Dylan Marshall had 9, just 1 in the second half. 7 points for Drew Winters, all in the second half. Beckman was 6 on the night, and Corey Ronan with 3. For Western, they were 18 of 45 from the floor, 40%, just 1 of 8 from 3. That's right, the 3 to send them to overtime was their only made three-pointer, 12.5%, and 11 of 19 from the free throw line, 57.8%. Co-led in scoring by Dalton Malone and Easton Billings, 13 points apiece. Malone with 9 in the second half, 11 in the second half for Billings. Jacob Gertz had 8, with 7 of those coming in the second half. Preston Wellman also with 8. 6 points for Kyle Colgrove, and 2 points for Tristan Rube. Time to name our Alpine Auto Supply Napa Auto Parts spark plug of the game. And John, pretty hard to argue with the fact that Tristan Rube played most of the second half for Western, started the second half, and that big third quarter. You know, we talked about his toughness, his strength underneath, his willingness to go get some rebounds, his willingness to push the ball into the paint on the offensive side. He was a huge difference maker in this game, even though he only scored 2 points. He's our spark plug of this game, and I think it's pretty hard to argue with.
Yeah, you know, just looking at pure stats, you'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But I don't know what he was doing other than, you're right, he really was willing to throw the passes to Billings that the other guys weren't necessarily willing to do in the first half. And I would say that's a big reason why Billings was able to get the points he was able to get in the second half of play. But, you know, he just seemed to make everything click.
And it's a win-win situation for Curtis Stout because the man he replaced in Colgrove gets a pretty good feel-good moment for the sophomore as he puts the basket in to beat the buzzer in overtime to win the game. So both of those guys have to feel really good about their efforts here in this one.
Yeah, certainly. How many points did Colgrove have on the
6
night, Charlie? And so, I mean, he made a couple of mid-range jumpers probably first quarter. And, well, it had to be first quarter because he didn't play. They didn't score any in the second, and he didn't play at all in the third. So, yeah. You know, both of them, a couple buzzer beaters in the game, pretty exciting game.
It wouldn't be something that you would definitely say is your usual route to go, but Western beats Routt 50-49 in overtime in this one to win the contest to move on to the semifinals of this 96th annual Winchester Invitational Tournament. They'll play Thursday night at 8:30 against the winner of Brown County and Porta AC Central. Of course, that game was moved from tonight to tomorrow night. 4 o'clock start time there. We'll have the broadcast for you on 97.5 and WBBA Sports on YouTube. It'll be followed by West Central and Grigsville Perry at 5:30, 7 o'clock Pleasant Hill and Greenfield Northwestern, and then at 8:30 Payson Seymour and Camp Point Central in a championship bracket quarterfinal. Until then, so long for the 96th annual Winchester Invitational Tournament. For Brian, our producer and engineer, at the studios of WBBA. John alongside here. I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for tuning in to 97.5 FM and WBBA Sports on YouTube, where Western wins in a thriller, 50-49 over Routt in overtime. This has been another WBBA Sports presentation.